Look at all this moss in here. I'm gonna start throwing frogs on top of the water because I know that this spot is loaded with actual bullfrogs. Tell you what, if we were in Florida, this would be snakehead heaven. Yes, gotcha. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Okay, there's definitely more down there. They hit 3 times. Whew, trying to fall in. Gotcha. Look at that. Look how tiny. Look, that is why we were getting just bits of our bait torn away. Tiniest little fish, proper micro-sized fishing. Even though proper micro gear is like, I mean, the lightest line, 1 pound line, 2 pound line, rods that are maybe 4 feet long and they bend like they're made of grass. So our tackle may not be micro, but these fish sure are. Crazy spots. Might have to come back to this spot when it rains, see what's moving through here when it's actually, you know, full of moving water. And again, we have a spot like this. Put this these glasses over the lenses there. You can see all those tadpoles moving around down there. Just so many. Walking through a spot like this feels like that scene in Terminator 2. You expect the T-1000 to come crashing off that. Concrete cavern there. I am very curious as to what might be in there. There's a spot downstream I want to get to. It's a little too far to walk, so we're gonna drive down there. There's some hospital gear that I found down in the bayou that we were walking in, so that's kind of gross. The air conditioning in this car feels so nice. Try to keep everything together. You want to be able to reach down for one thing to stop everything from going. If everything's put out in different places and it all starts to go, you have to choose what you want to keep. Now it's not as bad as all that here. This water's only maybe 8-10 inches deeper here. I could just grab it. But in general, when you're putting your gear on top of a slope like this, keep it organized. Yeah, got him. There he is. Strong little fish, this guy. Very strong. Gorgeous. Gotta think where there's one, there's more. Let's try to get some more. Oh, we had a fish on the whole time. I was just taking the line in because I thought we should rebait, and the tiny little fish on the end. Oh, there he goes. Beautiful little fish. Let's keep going. There's some odd spots down that way that I want to explore. The kind of thing you wouldn't think would hold fish. And I don't know if there's fish in there or not, but we're gonna find out. Yes. Oh no. Stole the whole worm, that guy did. Darn. Yep. Oh! Pretend like that didn't happen. Yes, that's a huge one. Look at that. Beautiful. Ooh, that is a big fish. Let's make sure we get them in the light before I kind of open them up to my camera here. Look at that. Pretty fantastic stuff. Not every fish has to be, you know, huge shark or alligator gar or something. Gigantic and toothy and vicious, quote unquote. Sometimes just these fish alone are just so exciting to catch. It's invigorating. You can go spend all day on a river, you know, all day shark fishing, and you don't catch anything. And it just can suck the life out of you. But coming out to a more predictable zone like this and catching lots of fish that are on the small side, but still very beautiful, spirited little fish, it can kind of reignite your will to keep going. These fish are definitely vision oriented because they are hitting these worms. The longer I make the worm, the faster they're hitting it. So they're seeing those tendrils move. The more of this bait is free flowing around in the water, the more they seem to like it. Oh, fish came out and tried to hit that one. Yep. Gotcha. Good one. Sounds of the city. Oof. Another really beautiful bluegill. There he goes. Very pretty fish. So every time I go to rebait, I can smell this fragrance coming off of this plant here, and it smells almost like a honeysuckle, and it's really, really sweet. And as I started looking at this plant carefully, I noticed that I am not the only person, well, I'm not the only one who also thinks this thing smells sweet. It's covered in caterpillars. Look at this. Look at that. There's one. There's one right there. Look at this guy. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Beautiful. They're everywhere. Like literally every branch when you actually start looking at it. There's caterpillars on it. And I know what half of you are saying right now is using for bait. A couple of things. Number one, I happen to like caterpillars quite a lot as just animals. I don't want to use them for bait just because you can. Second, I have bait. Third, my wife loves caterpillars more than anything in the world, and I want to stay married. So I'm not going to be using these caterpillars for bait. They're all over that. They're all over this plant. Really amazing. Yep, on. Good fish too. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous fish. Boom, beautiful. Another tip when you're doing this, especially on the landing or release, it can slip past your mind if you're dealing with a big fish. See the color change on the concrete? That is algae from flooding water. Water floods up here during the rains. Algae grows on the concrete, the water recedes, and the sun dries out the algae. You can see right there. That can be extremely dangerous in large quantities because what will happen is the top layer will dry out. The layer just below it will still be very wet and very slippery. You will walk along the edge of the bank and crunch through that top layer and end up on that basically ice. It is slime. There's no friction involved, and you will slide, boom, you'll fall and you'll slide down into the water. Now in a spot like this, that may not be an issue. This is probably 2 or 3 feet deep right here. But in some of the dangerous bayous that I fish in the city, some rivers, and hell, even out here, this gets a little deeper than you might think. It can be a bit of a threat sometimes. You got to be careful. Also, even if you fall into this bit here where it's shallow, let's say you have something expensive in your hand, like a fishing rod that costs 150 bucks, 200 bucks, a camera, pop, whatever is in the hand facing the ground is going to hit the ground. Because when you fall, what's gonna happen is you're gonna fall this way like this, and you end up doing that move right there. You're gonna fall like this, boom. And I promise you, no matter what is in that hand, it will find that concrete. It's natural. You will not be able to overcome the catch reflex. So make sure you have your expensive stuff in the hand nearest the water, and be careful not to step on that. Yes. Beautiful. That's a good one. Let's end on this one. Beautiful, beautiful fish. That's what you get. You open your hand, you try to film them, you gotta remove the restraints and then they can go. But he was going back anyway. Really pretty. It's always fun to film in spots like this. You've got these weird concrete structures. Some fish are like literally in the concrete tunnels that run through the walls. When this was higher, when this was moving, you got to think these fish had to swim through some of these concrete structures to get out here. I would love to come back when it's flooding. Luckily, we have some forecasts of heavy rains over the next couple of days. Might give it a try. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Please hit the bell when you subscribe. That way when I upload a video, you get the notifications straight away. A lot of people subscribe, but they don't hit the bell and they don't think I upload videos. Hit the bell. Check out some of these other videos if you want to see some great fish. And let me know what you guys want to see more. I've gotten suggestions for sturgeon. Of course, everybody wants to see me do alligator gar. And I've gotten some requests to do shark stuff. But let me know what you want and we'll see if we can make it happen. Until then, I'll check you guys later.